Okay, I have to say something, and I don't care if it sounds bad.
That's a strange way to start an episode.
I was studying vocabulary last night, midnight, my eyes were closing, and I thought, why am I doing this to myself?
Oh no.
I'm serious, Anna. Sometimes I open my notebook and I think, is this actually worth it? All these hours, all this effort, for what exactly?
You know what? That question is exactly why we're recording today.
Really?
Really? Because I'd bet half of you listening had that exact thought this week. Maybe this morning. Coffee in hand, notebook open, thinking, why am I doing this?
So today we finally answer it.
Today we answer it. Is English worth it? And the answer isn't just yes. It's yes, and here's exactly why, with proof.
I like proof. I need specifics, not just trust me, Robert.
You'll get specifics, 3 stories, 3 secrets, 1 word that's going to change how you see all of this. And by the end, I promise, you'll look at that notebook completely differently.
All right, I'm listening. Genuinely.
Good. Because I actually thought about this a lot last night after you told me about your midnight vocabulary session.
You were thinking about my suffering?
A little, yes. And I remembered something. Every single person who ever became fluent in a second language had a night exactly like yours. Tired eyes, 1 more page, wondering if any of it mattered.
That's oddly comforting, actually.
It should be. You're not doing anything wrong, Robert. You're doing exactly what everyone before you did. The word worth. Worth. Try spelling it out loud before I continue. Really, pause the video if you need to.
Okay, and what does it actually mean?
Worth means the result is good enough for the effort you put into it. If something is worth it, you don't regret the time you spent.
So if I study for 30 minutes and I actually remember something new tomorrow?
That 30 minutes was worth it.
Okay, I can accept that math.
And if you study for 30 minutes and forget everything by tomorrow?
Then it feels like a waste.
Which is exactly why today matters. I'm going to show you 3 real situations where the worth it becomes impossible to ignore.
Was it worth it?
Was it worth it?
Good phrase. I'll use that one on myself tonight. All right, story 1.
Picture this. You land in a country you've never visited. The airport is enormous, announcements everywhere, in a language you barely recognize.
I've had that dream, actually, more than once.
You check your ticket. Gate 34. But which way is gate 34? Up the stairs? Down the hall? Left past the coffee shop? You have no idea.
And your bag is heavy, and people are rushing past you like you're standing still in a river.
Exactly. That feeling. Your heart starts beating a little faster. You look at the signs 1 more time, hoping something suddenly makes sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. So you just freeze, standing there, holding your ticket like it might explain itself.
I would absolutely freeze too.
Now picture the same airport, same chaos, same noise, but this time you speak English. You walk up to an airline worker and say,
Excuse me, could you point me toward gate 34?
Excuse me, could you point me toward gate 34?
And this time they answer you in English, and you actually understand every word.
Sure. Take the escalator, then it's the 3rd gate on your left, right past the bookstore. Simple, clear. You say thank you, and you walk away calm instead of panicked.
That's it? That's the whole difference?
Not quite finished. You find your gate, you sit down, and now you have 20 minutes before boarding. You're hungry.
Airport food, the eternal dilemma.
You walk to a small cafe. Someone asks, "What can I get for you?" And without freezing, without translating in your head first, You just answer.
Could I get a coffee and a sandwich, please?
Could I get a coffee and a sandwich, please?
No panic, no pointing at the menu like a tourist who's lost.
No pointing, no awkward hand gestures. Just a normal conversation. Like, it's nothing. Because for you at that point, it actually is nothing.
That's it? That's the whole difference?
That's the whole difference, Robert. Panic versus calm. Lost versus confident. And that second feeling has a name. CONFIDENCE. Confidence.
Confidence.
Confidence is believing you can handle a situation, even a new one, even a slightly scary one. English hands you that feeling in airports, hotels, restaurants, anywhere on Earth, really.
So English gives you a kind of freedom to move through the world?
Freedom to move, freedom to ask, freedom to not be the person standing frozen with a heavy suitcase and a racing heart.
Freedom to travel, freedom to...
Explore, freedom to ask for help.
Okay, I'm already convinced by story 1.
Good. We have 2 more, and I think the next one is even better.
Actually, before we continue, quick interruption.
Yes, a small favor from us.
If this episode is helping you even a little bit, don't be an English hoarder.
An English hoarder? Where did that come from?
You know, the person who keeps all the good stuff to themselves instead of sharing it. Send this episode to one person. Your sister, your coworker, your gym friend who always says, I really should practice English.
Tag them, send the link, whatever works for you. And if you haven't hit subscribe yet, now's a pretty good moment to do it.
We read every single comment, by the way. Everyone.
Everyone. Okay, back to the stories.
Story 2.
This one is about connection. CONNECTION. Connection.
A link between people.
Exactly, a link. Let me tell you about 2 women who probably should never have met. Maria from Colombia and Yuki from Japan.
2 completely different countries, 2 completely different backgrounds.
Completely different. They ended up at the same table at a language exchange night. Both nervous, both sitting quietly with their drinks, not talking to anyone.
I know that feeling. Standing in a corner, hoping nobody notices how uncomfortable you are.
Yuki finally broke the silence. In English, she said, "Hi, I like your bag. Where did you get it?"
Just like that. One small comment.
Just like that. And 2 hours later, they were still talking. About food, about family, about the shows they both secretly loved. 2 hours from one comment about a bag. Neither of them spoke the other's language. Not one word of it. But they shared English. And that was enough to build an entire friendship on.
So English worked like a
bridge. BRIDGE. Bridge.
English is a bridge between people.
English is a bridge between people.
A bridge connects 2 sides that couldn't reach each other otherwise.
And Maria and Yuki are still close. 5 years later, they message each other every week. One of them even flew across the world to visit the other, all from one conversation in English.
One conversation changed the entire story of both their lives.
That's the power English gives you. Access to people you'd never meet otherwise. Real friendships, not just polite small talk at a party.
Okay, that one hit me a little, honestly.
It's a good one, right? I still think about it sometimes.
Do you have a story like that? Something similar that happened to you?
Actually, yes. A few years ago, I was traveling alone, and I sat next to a woman on a long bus ride. Neither of us said anything for the first hour.
The classic silent bus ride.
Exactly that. Then she asked, in English, if I knew what time we'd arrive. I answered, and somehow that turned into 4 hours of conversation. She was a teacher too, from a completely different part of the world.
From one question about the time. From one question about the time. We still write to each other sometimes, years later. And none of it happens without English sitting right there in the middle, making it possible.
So it's not just Maria and Yuki's story. It's basically everyone's story waiting to happen.
That's exactly the point. Somewhere out there is a conversation waiting for you, and English is the only thing standing between you and it.
Story 3, and this one's about something we all do constantly, whether we admit it or not.
Your phone.
My phone. Guilty. Immediately guilty.
How much time do you spend scrolling, watching videos, listening to music in one single day?
Honestly, probably more than I want to admit out loud right now.
And how much of that content, be honest, is originally made in English?
Most of it. If I'm being real, most of it.
Most of it. So when you understand English, your phone stops being a wall of things you're missing and becomes an open door instead.
Think about music specifically. There's a real difference between hearing a song and actually understanding it.
A huge difference. You hear the melody, sure, anyone can do that. But the moment you understand the lyrics, the song hits you completely differently. It suddenly means something.
That oh moment, English gives you access to that over and over. And it's not only entertainment. Think about work too, which honestly matters even more.
Work is huge. A lot of companies today expect some English, even for jobs that don't seem obviously international at first glance.
So when English is listed on your resume,
R-E-S-U-M-E, resume. When it's there, more doors open, more interviews, more offers, more opportunity. Opportunity.
a chance to do something new.
A chance you simply wouldn't have had otherwise. Music you understand. Information you can actually find and read. Jobs you're qualified enough to apply for. English touches your everyday life far more than most people realize.
My life gets a little bit bigger every time I understand one more thing.
That's a beautiful way to put it, Robert.
I surprise myself sometimes.
There's one more piece of daily life worth mentioning too. Something people forget completely.
What's that?
Shows and movies without subtitles. Have you ever watched something and the subtitles were just slightly wrong or slow and you missed the joke?
Constantly. The subtitle says one thing and everyone on screen is already laughing about something else.
That gap disappears completely once you understand the English. You catch the joke exactly when it happens, not 2 seconds late, not translated into something weaker than the original.
So even something as simple as watching TV becomes a slightly different experience.
A better one, honestly. You stop watching a translation of the show and start watching the actual show.
And there's also the practical side, the boring but useful side. Filling out forms, reading contracts, understanding instructions.
Not glamorous, I'll admit. Nobody dreams about reading a rental agreement.
Definitely not.
But when English stops being a mystery, those boring documents stop being scary. You read them yourself instead of asking someone else to translate every line for you.
Less depending on other people, more depending on yourself.
Exactly that. Small, unglamorous independence. One form at a time.
Now, 3 secrets. Things I wish someone had told me back when I started.
I'm ready.
Notebook out.
Secret 1, look behind you.
Behind me? There's nothing behind me except a bookshelf and a plant.
Not literally, Robert. I mean, look at where you started. Think back to your very first English lesson ever.
Honestly, I could barely say my name is. That was basically my entire vocabulary in one sentence.
And now look at you. You're hosting a podcast in English, having a full, real conversation with me right now, live.
I genuinely never stop to compare those 2 versions of myself.
Most people don't. We focus so hard on what we still can't do that we forget how far we've already walked. So look behind you. That road is real, and every step on it was worth it.
Even the boring, frustrating steps? The grammar drills nobody enjoys?
Especially those. They usually teach you the most, even when they feel pointless in the moment.
Actually, now that you mention it, I remember my first attempt at ordering food in English. I said the wrong word completely, and the waiter just stared at me.
What did you say?
I meant to ask for chicken, and I said something that made absolutely no sense. I wanted to disappear into the floor.
And now?
Now I order food, I make small jokes with waiters, I even complain politely if something's wrong with my order.
See, that's the whole secret in one story. The distance between wanting to disappear into the floor and complaining politely like a regular person, that distance is your progress. It's real, even if nobody applauded you for it.
Nobody applauded, that's true. I just kept going.
That's usually how it works. Quietly, without applause, one slightly less embarrassing conversation at a time.
Secret 2?
Use English like a key, not like a trophy.
What's the difference between those two things?
A trophy sits on a shelf. You look at it, you feel proud, but it does nothing else. A key, on the other hand, gets used constantly.
So don't just study it quietly. Actually use it out loud in the world.
Every single day, in small ways. Switch your phone's language to English for a week. Read one short paragraph before bed. Try listening to one song without the translation first.
5 minutes a day of real use, not just flashcards and grammar charts.
Because the moment you use the key and a door actually opens, that's exactly when you feel it. This was worth it.
Use it like a key, not a trophy. I really like that one.
Secret 3, it's a bridge, not a test.
Say more about that one. I want the full picture.
A lot of learners treat English like an exam. They think, I have to be perfect. I can't make one mistake or I fail completely.
I definitely feel that. More than I'd like to admit. Sometimes I don't speak at all just because I'm scared of getting it wrong in front of someone.
But a bridge doesn't need to be flawless to hold your weight and get you across. It just needs to connect two sides.
So imperfect English still works? It still gets you where you're going?
It still gets you across, every time. Nobody needs a perfect bridge to walk over it safely.
That actually takes a lot of pressure off my shoulders.
It should. Your English doesn't need to be perfect today, tomorrow, or next year. It just needs to be used today.
It's a bridge, not a test.
It's a bridge, not a test.
It's a bridge.
Not a test.
So really, all 3 secrets connect to each other, don't they? Look behind you, use the key, cross the bridge.
They do. Look at your progress so you believe you can keep going. Use English daily so the progress actually continues. And stop demanding perfection from yourself so fear doesn't stop you before you even try.
Progress, use, and permission to be imperfect. That's basically the whole episode in one sentence.
You just summarized 20 minutes in 10 seconds. I'm a little jealous. And now, a message for whoever is listening right now, wherever you are in the world.
Yes, this part is specifically for you.
If you understood most of this episode so far, stop for 1 second and actually notice that. You're not at 0. You're already crossing the bridge right now, mid-crossing.
Maybe today was a hard day for you. Maybe you thought about quitting completely.
We've both had those days too, more than once. Every single learner has.
But English opens real doors to travel, to friendships like Maria and Yuki's, to music, to jobs you actually want instead of jobs you settle for.
And you already hold the key. You're using it right now, this second, just by listening and understanding.
So yes, it's worth it.
It's worth every notebook page, every awkward sentence, every moment you felt completely stuck. You're building something real here, one word at a time, even on the tired nights.
Even at midnight, half asleep, still trying.
Especially then. That's actually when it counts the most, when nobody's watching and you keep going anyway.
I never thought about it like that. I always assumed the real progress happens in a classroom, with a teacher checking your work.
Some of it does, but most of it happens exactly like your midnight vocabulary session. Quiet, alone, no one clapping for you.
No applause, no certificate. Just you and a notebook.
And that's the part worth being proud of the most, because nobody's forcing you to do it. You're choosing it over and over, even on the tired nights.
Okay, quick practice before we go. I'll say a sentence with a missing word. You guess it, out loud or in your head.
I'm ready.
Learning English gives you more blank in life. Job opportunities, new friends, new experiences. The answer is opportunities. If you got it, honestly, nice work.
One more?
English works like a blank. It connects people from completely different countries who'd otherwise never speak. Bridge. You've got this. Keep going.
Last one, and it's a hard one.
Use English like a blank, not like a trophy that just sits on a shelf. Key. If you remembered all three, that's genuinely impressive.
One final one, and it's the most important word from today.
Is learning English it? Yes, absolutely, 100%. Worth. Say it with us.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
All right, before we go, tell us something.
What door do you want English to open for you? Travel? A new job? A friendship like Maria and Yuki's?
Drop it in the comments below. We actually read every one of them.
And if today's episode felt worth your 15 minutes,
Hit subscribe and maybe give it a like while you're at it.
we'll see you in the next one.
Keep going. It's worth it. Every bit of it.
Even the midnight vocabulary sessions.
Especially those. See you guys.